Have you ever had your Microsoft Teams or Zoom calls interrupted with background noise like this? Well, this new product from Anker might just be the answer to all of your prayers, and let me show you why. Now, you might not believe it, but that racket is still very much going on behind me, but hopefully you can't hear it because this speaker is doing its job. Right, okay guys, cool. Oh, that's better. Now, we've all been there, on a crucial Zoom call at home and then bam, distractions. Well, AnkerWork has launched a new product that they believe could be the answer. Now, this is the S600 Speakerphone, which is a device that uses innovative AI noise reduction technology and voice print recognition to deliver crystal clear calls, no matter the background noise. Now, you're probably thinking, similarly to me at this point, it does sound like a little bit of a gimmick, right? But if our intro hasn't demonstrated just how clever this thing really is, then you'll want to stay tuned for our tests coming up very shortly. Before I really put this through its paces, a quick shout out to Anker for sending this one our way. Though as always, the thoughts that we share in this video are our own. And after being initially impressed with this thing, we've really put it to the test over the last week or so to see if it's worth the money and is more than a fun gimmick. So why this one? Well, while the S600 is a Zoom certified speakerphone, you're getting more than just that for $179.99. The S600 is your portable speaker with a 16-hour battery life, MagSafe phone stand, rapid charger all in one. You've got 360-degree sound, which is ideal for filling your workspace thanks to the built-in 5-watt driver array, 4 strategically placed microphones to capture your voice flawlessly from any direction up to 3 meters away, the same 15-watt Qi 2 magnet wireless charging that we've seen in Anker's Mag Go chargers, and that's without mentioning the game-changing AI noise cancellation and Voice Radar 3.5 technology that you heard earlier. I mean, come on. Even as someone who isn't a regular speakerphone user, you have got to be impressed by the innovation that they've managed to pack into this one. And it does make you wonder, could this sort of technology revolutionize something like headphones next? Who knows? All I'm sure of is that this one goes beyond just speakerphones and the possibilities are really exciting. Now, when we got this out of the box, I was surprised at just how compact it is. Design-wise, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but in comparison to the conventional speakerphones out there, it's definitely unique with its upright design, and it's really easy to move about and integrate into most workspaces. It's very on brand for Anker. The fabric wraparound grille is a nice touch, and the metallic finish gives it a real sleek and modern finish that reminds me a lot of their newer Soundcore speaker range. Now, you've got some nifty touch controls at the base for easy access to all of the features that the S600 has to offer, and more on that later. And then the back houses your USB-C ports, power button, and dedicated Bluetooth button too. The standout feature in terms of aesthetics though has got to be the built-in 15-watt Qi 2 magnetic charging stand on the top. Now, like I said earlier, it's got exactly the same tech as the Anker Mag Go chargers. It's super quick to charge, tilts up to 70 degrees, and rotates completely. So you can find the perfect viewing angle for whatever you're doing on your phone, whether that's portrait for chatting, landscape for watching videos, or just mindlessly spinning it around like I can't stop doing while sitting at my desk. Now, Apple users, you'll also be very glad to know that the S600 works with the standby feature that dropped with iOS 17.2. So even if you're not actively using the S600 for calls, music, or whatever, you're still getting a really aesthetic desktop clock while you charge your phone too. Now, just like you saw at the start of the video, the S600's biggest strength is how it deals with calls. I mean, it is a speakerphone after all. And as far as the hardware goes, all you need to know is that there's 4 high-fidelity microphones with volume balancing technology built in here for clever voice pickup in any direction. That means that you can stand as far as up to 3 meters away from it on a call and the person on the other end won't notice a difference. And we actually tested this and that is pretty spot on. Most notably though, Anker have also developed what they call Voice Radar 3.5 AI noise reduction, which is essentially a cool bit of tech that can completely tone out every other sound that isn't your own voice. Now, fresh out of the box, the S600 already does a really good job of filtering out background noises, but if you want even more control, you can unlock its full potential by using the AnkerWork app to do so. The app lets you set up voice print recognition, which basically means it learns your unique voice and focuses solely on that during calls. So even in a really noisy environment like mine earlier, your voice will be clear and in the spotlight, which is ideal if you want to avoid any unnecessary embarrassments or simply protect the privacy of those around you who aren't on the call. Now, rather than just telling you guys about how this all works, I might as well just show you. So after powering on the speaker with the button here and then pressing the Bluetooth button to connect to my iPhone, we're now going to head into the AnkerWork app. So within the app, I can see the battery life of the speaker. I can adjust the volume, but here is the really interesting bit. And this is where I can set up voice print recognition by clicking Create Voice Print. So all I'm going to do is follow through these steps now, and it basically involves reading out a script for around about a minute or so the speaker can get to learn my voice. Whilst I finish setting up my voice print, I know that some of you might have concerns over privacy, but fear not, your voice print is stored locally and you can delete it after it's been created, which also means that other family members can create their own voice print. Now the team are all in agreement that this is one of the coolest new bits of tech that we've seen on the channel, and we're really excited to see where technology like this could take us in the future. Right then guys, now we've got the speaker set up, we're going to jump into a Zoom call with Elliot and see just how well this speaker performs. Right then guys, so as you can see, I've jumped on a Zoom call with Al. So he's over in the meeting room and I'm down here in the studio. We're going to test out this S600 on a Zoom call. So first of all, Al, can you hear me loud and clearly?
Yeah, I've got you. All good.
Perfect. So what I want to do is I'm going to make a little bit of noise down here. I'm going to clap and all that kind of thing. And hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice, but you won't be able to hear the noises that I'm making, if that makes sense.
Okay, right. I think I've got you.
Right, so I'm going to start talking now, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear me clapping on my camera audio. But when we swap over to the Zoom audio, you shouldn't be able to hear any clapping, but you should be able to hear me. Now, Al, you're looking quite impressed / confused, so hopefully that's working.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm actually just confused how it's doing it. Like, I can hear zero clapping whatsoever, just you.
So another thing that we noticed whilst filming was that, Al, you were able to hear my voice, but as you guys can see, I've got Temba in the background filming me, but you weren't able to hear what she was saying when she was talking, but you could just hear my voice. So what I'm going to do now is another test where, Temba, if you just tell me what you had for breakfast, then hopefully you'll be able to hear your voice through the camera audio on the mic getting picked up, but not through the Zoom call. Okay? So Temba, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had some porridge.
Anything else?
No, plain and simple porridge.
So Temba, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Anything else? Plain and simple. Al, did you hear any of that?
Not a Scooby. Honestly, she could have had a full English. She could have had pancakes. I have no clue.
Now, during our testing, we did notice that the effectiveness of the speaker's ability to block out other people's voices in the background did vary slightly depending on who was present. For example, the speaker was extremely effective at blocking out September's voice when I was talking, but when me and Elliot were both in the same room, it did pick up his voice more frequently, which is likely due to the fact that our voices are more similar. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully this quick Zoom test just goes to show how well this speaker does at blocking out any background noises, and it really emphasizes and focuses in on your particular voice, especially once you've set up that voice recognition. This speakerphone is seriously impressive for calls, but how does it fare for audio? Well, it's okay. Internally, we've only got a 5-watt driver array, and although there's 360-degree sound, if I'm being brutally honest, which we've got to be in these reviews, it's nothing to write home about. Of course, I wasn't expecting miracles. This should be a bonus for this sort of product, but as someone who loves music, it would have been nice if this could offer more as my home office speaker too. If we're talking purely calls, videos, podcasts, and the occasional work soundtrack, the S600 is more than enough, and it certainly offers plenty of value for its price point. It delivers a clear step up from your laptop or phone speakers, making it a great choice for anyone looking for a versatile multi-purpose device to use for all of the mundane things that you might be doing on a daily basis. If music playback is your #1 priority, then I'd probably recommend taking a look at what dedicated portable speakers on the market offer speakerphone functionality. I'm thinking of the B&O BeoSound A1 Gen 2, for example, but if you're not overly fussed about that, then the S600 is a very solid product. So what are my final thoughts then? Well, I've got to admit, I've actually been really impressed. Now, although I'm not an avid speakerphone user, what I do love is innovative technology, and as far as noise cancellation goes, the S600 is up there with the very best. If we go beyond speakerphones for just a second, what Anker have been able to achieve with this little cylindrical device is genuinely game-changing. If any of that can filter into other products across the industry, then that can only mean good things moving forward. Now, is this going to be for everybody? No. For $179.99, I can see why somebody who doesn't work from home would definitely turn their nose up at something like this. Now, sure, it's not a necessity, but when you weigh up what's currently available, the cost that you'd have to pay for a decent stand, MagSafe charger, portable speaker, and then the value that you gain by nailing that online interview or conference call, this does become a really compelling option. Yes, it would be great to see some of that audio performance from the Soundcore range blend into this a little more, but for someone who works from home regularly and values flexibility and versatility over fidelity, then this is going to be a no-brainer. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Is this the type of thing that you go for or no? Hopefully you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Now guys, if you are interested in picking one of these S600s up, then they are available on Kickstarter from the 21st of March. And I think they're also offering a super early bird discount of up to 45% off. So if you are interested in that, then I'll pop a link in the description below.